In order to answer these questions, you must watch the 3-minute Edpuzzle about spit and amylase. If you're still struggling, watch this video. So what chemical reaction happens in your mouth? Hint, some chemical reactions break down a substance to make a new substance. Let's go back to what we saw in the Edpuzzle. In the Edpuzzle, we saw that there is an enzyme in your mouth called amylase. That amylase breaks down complex carbohydrates into smaller pieces that are easier for our bodies to digest or use. So here's a complex carbohydrate, here's amylase, which is kind of like cutting it into smaller pieces. Now, when we talk about a chemical reaction, it's important to remember, let me pull up our chemical reaction slide. When we talk about a chemical reaction, we need to remember that what's happening is that the atoms are rearranging to form a new substance. So here we had iron atoms and we had sulfur atoms, and then they combined to make a new substance. Same thing here. We had hydrogen atoms and then oxygen atoms, and they combined to make a new substance. However, you can also have a chemical reaction when the atoms are decomposing, or the other way. So here we have all of these carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. But if we look over here, they've been broken down to form a new substance. So now let's look at the questions. There's an enzyme in your spit named, what's it called? It's named, and it breaks down into glucose molecules. This is a chemical reaction because so you should have written an enzyme in your spit named amylase breaks down complex carbohydrates into glucose molecules. This is a chemical reaction because the atoms are rearranging to form a new substance. The next thing you need to do is label the glucose molecule and complex carbohydrate molecule below. So again, if we go back to our video, we saw that these are the glucose molecules. They're really, really big and long. And these are the complex carbohydrate molecules, and these are the glucose molecules.